we've got Chris Franjola, our game. We're picking up what you're putting down, and we're helping you with Hinge today on It's Complicated.
You're listening to It's Complicated with your hosts Jennifer Golden and Lauren Leonelli, coming to you live from the AfterBuzz TV studios in Los Angeles, California.
Hey everyone, welcome back for another episode of It's Complicated.
The struggle is real when you're dating in the city.
I'm Jen.
And I'm Lauren.
Yeah.
And today, we've got a lovely drink of the day. Mm-hmm. We're really happy to announce that we have made a LACroixcktail.
Get it?
You guys. It's real.
LACroixcktail.
It's a LACroixcktail, which is one part vodka and one part LaCroix. We really open up on our podcast to our listeners. We tell true stories of our love lives. And so these two clear beverages combined are almost like the ingredients to a perfect relationship. You can mix any alcohol with LaCroix. Today we chose vodka because that's our favorite. And you have a nice, beautiful, wonderful, light, effervescent drink with just a little, essence of flavor. Today we have the pineapple strawberry one, and really they're all good.
They are. And then also we've got absolute currant, which is
it's all just French
berries and French.
We're all very French today.
I love the French culture, especially it's like the French are the people that invented love, so it makes sense.
They did invent love.
They did.
Oh my God, that's where it happened. It's like the human race happened in the Garden of Eden.
Yeah.
And then love was birthed in Paris, maybe?
Yeah, everyone had to wait all this time until people started moving to Paris.
That's
then
right.
Love came.
That's right. Oh boy. Well, today we've got Chris Franjola in the studio. Chris is a writer, comedian. He began his career in Long Island, and he was also a regular writer and performer on the Chelsea Lately for 8 years. That's probably where you guys notice him from. He wrote over 1,500 episodes, okay, you guys, while performing on the show in conjunction with the talented writers and staff of the show. But he really, he was on the show most out of anybody besides Chelsea and Chewy, who were on every episode.
That is a lot of episodes.
Crazy. And during his time on the show, he created really memorable characters like Gay Caveman, Bieber Man, Johnny Depp, who is a real person, but that's his own version, 17 magazine players, and many more, just to mention a few. He also starred on the critically acclaimed scripted comedy series After Lately, which aired after three seasons on E as well. And he was the host of the Sons of Anarchy after show Anarchy Afterward, airing live on FX. So he kind of had the after show thing going on like AfterBuzz TV.
Mm-hmm. He made it cool, maybe. Also, I wonder if the Anarchy Afterward was funny, because that show is not funny, but I would assume he could probably put a funny spin on all of the ridiculousness that happens.
I'm sure.
And also, guys, last year Chris released his first comedy album called The Shallow End, which received rave reviews and stayed in iTunes top 10 comedy albums for 5 weeks. I wonder what The Shallow End was about. Was it about the pool? Was it about being shallow? We'll probably find out some more.
Probably all of those things, I bet.
And he could be seen as a contributing panelist on the Josh Wolf Show. We've had him on our show before. That aired on CMT, and Funniest Fails on Fox.
Yes.
Gotta love those funny shows about failing.
Yeah.
When he isn't busy writing and acting, he's performing stand-up on the road, headlining venues all over the country. And before Chelsea Lately, he wrote for other shows, including Family Guy, which is hysterical.
Oh, my God.
The MTV Music Video Awards, which I think he should still do, because I think they need some funny things.
They do need some
He was tweeting really funny things during it this year.
Yeah.
Commenting about, Emma Watson accepting an MTV Movie Award or Music Video Award thing. And he was just like, you realize it's an MTV award show, right? You're giving a speech that's for the Oscars.
She was giving a speech like that because they combined the actor actress category to just actor, so it was all encompassing, and so I think she felt like she needed to. But yes, it was very it's just an MTV.
Right? Come on. But that's cute.
Yeah.
And he wrote for the original Chelsea Handler show. He can also be seen on a new Netflix show from the makers of Orange Is the New Black called Glow. Need to know what that's about.
I know. Yeah. And so, you guys, we often hear that, it's a cliched thing. And I think we all say it and we all think that we want it. But we all say, women say, we are looking for someone who can make us laugh. It's like one of the top 3 things when we say, what are you looking for in a man? And since Chris is that guy, we're going to ask him what he looks for in a lady. So if he's the guy that we're all looking for, then what is he looking for?
We need to know.
We need to know. And we want to know how when he's on the road touring for stand-up, how that affects his road to finding love. Yeah, so we're going to, he comments. He's a commentator. He's on all the funny shows being a commentator. So we need to get him in here and have him comment on all of the fun things that we can't wait to ask him. Mm-hmm. Yes. But we're going to air out our dirty laundry first, guys, because the 40th birthday is over. It happened.
How does that feel?
I survived. It was great. It was really good. Everyone had fun. My boyfriend said it was like the best day of his life and he had the best time. And that was the whole goal, is I wanted everyone to have fun. I do know now that I knew that a party planner was a real job, but now I'm fully aware that if you have the money and you're having a big party, please hire a party planner, because you can't do any of the things at the party while the party's happening when you're making sure that all the things are still happening. So, but it was fun. There were a lot of people that came in from out of town. And, the party had a great turnout, and I'm still receiving messages from people saying, like, I cannot believe how awesome that was. I'm glad everyone had a good time. It was very fun. There, and all the craziness of the party too. My boyfriend and I found a moment to have like a private moment, and he said some very sweet things, and he made a really great thank you speech. Who knew how good he was at that? And the party is not stopping because there was tons of extra booze, and so we had some people over to try and like drink some of it, and we might do some more of that this weekend. He was supposed to travel out of town. He's staying in town now, so I get to actually celebrate his birthday with him, which is going to be fun. I'm taking him to the same place I took him to last year because I wanted to like make it a thing. So
what's the place?
A restaurant called Pache.
Oh.
In LA. And so, I'm excited. It's all very exciting. I think 40 is a very like great new decade. And it's, we talk about as we get older, how we figure out that we are more confident in the things we want and who we are. And I think that he feels very much like that. So it's good to see and celebrate.
And you're ringing it in with him. So, and you're setting traditions for how to celebrate birthdays. I think now he's got his hands full with your birthday.
There's no way. I never would even probably want that. But I knew it. Yes, it was maybe. But, we'll see.
Well, there's a couple months before that happens.
There's a long time before my 40th birthday. A long time.
But your other birthday.
Yes.
The more immediate
one. No, that's a random number, so who cares?
So your 40th birthday, that you planned, is behind you. The Bachelorette that I was planning is behind me. It was the same weekend. It went off without a hitch. It was wonderful. We were in Palm Springs. All we did was like eat really nice meals and drink 9 bottles of wine between 3 girls and watch like girly movies like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days and Something's Gotta Give. Oh yeah, no, we had a blast, and it was like we were all 4 on the same page. It was a classy affair. There were no like penis straws and sashes and stupid stuff. It was just very Pinteresty, really relaxing. Hung out by the pool. And we would go to dinner and come home and like just chill. It wasn't like people were like, let's go out and drink and be bachelorette-y. And it was more like
Palm Springs is like the perfect place for that anyway, too. It's like a good,
And it was nice because, so I was like the single girl, and then one was engaged, obviously, because that was her bachelorette, and so she's in one place, and then there's another one that's married, and then another one that is pregnant and already has a kid. So we were all in different stages of our lives and relationships, and so at like any point in time we were sitting together and like had time to just talk, like I would throw out random questions and ask the group, like give her some advice, like, okay, so now what about this and what about that? And she would pose questions like, all right guys, so like how do you keep it fun and light and like not get into a rut? And so like people would be like, well, you got to go on date nights, you got to make time for yourself.
That's what that would not to stay in a rut was to like I think you just have to constantly maintain. You can't just like let it.
And these girls like gave great advice. And then I mean I asked funny questions like, who's going to be your favorite brother-in-law? Or like like I mean these are the real questions your friends can ask you, because we're not part of that family.
No.
And like it's not like she's going to get in trouble for saying her answers.
No.
And it was just a lot of fun. And I think it was a nice time to spend focused on her
Yeah.
and getting advice and stuff. And it was
Yeah.
really inspirational for me because I was surrounded by people in great relationships. And
Yeah.
it was really lovely, and she was happy, so that's the most important part.
Yeah,
And then
that's great.
I had another date on a Monday. Surprise, surprise.
Oh,
This is
my
like
God.
4 weeks strong.
I like it.
I know. I don't know why this is like Monday's the new Friday or something.
Monday has been a crazy night for me, like with my boyfriend, like, because he doesn't have his daughter those nights. So we will go out and like sometimes it gets a little like, hi, it's not Saturday night.
No.
But who cares?
Who cares? 5 glasses of wine later.
Yeah.
Who cares that it was only a Monday? But yeah, so it was a guy that I'd already gone on a date with the week before, and he and I had a lot of fun. We talked for 5 hours. We went from like dinner to then drinks to then walking the dog and like talking more. And then he's
very attractive.
it burns my eyes. He's so attractive, but he's actually like a really cool person.
That's
and
great.
Interesting and fun to talk to. Honestly, I have no idea where it's going, and I'm not putting any pressure on it.
I wouldn't.
It's more just like I'm practicing being my most open self with him because
Mm-hmm.
I'm very comfortable around him, and or maybe I'm just comfortable in my own skin at this point. I don't know, but I think any date you go on, if you have a good time, it was worthwhile. So I did have fun, and I practiced like being open and honest and putting out there what I want and all of that stuff. So it doesn't matter what it turns out to be. At the end of the day, it was a great experience.
I agree to that. I've been thinking a lot about that lately, and like how people maybe move at different paces or whatever. You have to do what's right for you. And if you as a woman, I think we often feel like we aren't allowed to talk about how we feel because it's going to scare a guy away or something. And it's not like we're going like, I want to marry you now. But to say I want a relationship, it doesn't mean I fucking want a relationship with you. That's just saying that's what I want and that's what I'm here for. If it's not you, great. Well, we're on the path to see. I don't think women should be afraid to say that. I think it does not make you look desperate. And I think if it's aligning in the right way, I hate to say the right person, it's not going to matter.
Right. And
Like,
I actually do
yeah.
think it's kind of like a PSA. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I want. You don't want that? Don't call me.
Exactly. Just get to it. I agree
Right.
with all of that.
So also, Mother's Day is this weekend, and your mom was in town last week,
Yeah.
and my mom is in town this week. She's actually in the studio. You can't see her.
Yes.
But
She's
anyway,
there.
she's there. So we're going to do a lot of mom-daughter things. She's going to meet some of the friends. We're
Yeah.
going to have a lot of nice meals and see the movie Snatched with Goldie
Yeah,
Hawn
cute.
and Amy Schumer because it's a mother-daughter thing.
Totally.
And a lot of relaxing. And she met her granddaughter.
Oh, Mochi.
Yeah, who's also in the studio somewhere. Oh, napping.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend, and yeah, that's what's happening in my
I
world.
love it.
And then
It's
after
great.
that, I'll resume with my dating.
Oh my God. I really can't wait to see what the next step is with
Well, I have like
the eye burner.
Yeah, it's there's some things in the works, so we'll see.
Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, he's, yeah.
Anyway, guys, so we're gonna pick up our baggage and
Yeah.
move on to other people's baggage and meet our favorite celebrities in baggage claim.
You guys.
Is age really nothing but a number?
I don't know.
Kourtney
I don't know how I feel about
Kardashian
that.
seems to think so.
She dates younger men anyway, but this guy is a lot younger.
14 years younger,
Whoa.
to be exact.
And like, also, okay, fine. Like, if you're living a kind of lifestyle where you're like, well, I live by myself and I have like a really flexible job and I'm sort of like, you're in your 30s, but it feels more like you're in your 20s. Well, she has like a full on career and children,
kids.
and like, I'm not.
Now she has a 4th kid, and his name is Eunice Benjamin.
And also he's white-ish.
I can't. Well, he's a boxer. He's got to be from like some kind of Russian, Armenian, something-ish background. But
yeah.
also weird that he is of white skin versus like what that family
Yeah.
is known to date.
Yeah,
or
'cause-
marry. Or
well,
whatever.
also her ex, I guess, is white too. So
True.
whatever. She likes the whites.
But
Whatever.
she's the only one. All right. Well, so I guess they spent Cinco de Mayo together at Il Cielo,
Which is like,
super
why
weird.
would you do anyway?
I think maybe it happened to be a Friday and it was Cinco de Mayo, but they went
on a date
weren't-
night. It was like a romantic date night
And
where
they
they were
were-
like publicly hugging and kissing and doing the things. But then she was also like, I mean, whatever. They were like at a fancy restaurant, but she was like in sweatpants and heels. It was weird.
I
whole
think they
thing is
can
weird.
do what they want to do.
They can. I mean,
guess.
they're all wearing like Yeezy shit, which looks like an old T-shirt.
Right.
So
With
I guess,
holes.
yeah.
Like
But
Champion could have made
Totally.
easy shit.
I feel like that's the case.
But anyway.
But yeah, I mean, they're like out and about, and I
Apparently
guess.
Scott's not happy about
I
it.
mean, obviously, he says he's always going to be in love with her, but also he does his own thing too. So,
Right.
Well,
we'll see what happens here.
Yeah.
Who knows? They might get back together at some point.
and speaking of being parents, you guys, what do you think about talking to your daughters about their love lives? Do you think that's like the mom's job or the dad's job? because I feel like it's actually probably will resonate more if a father, I think everyone should talk about it, but like a father, you know, is the example of what a woman or a young girl should then look for, I would think. So Channing Tatum had an interview with Cosmopolitan, and he talked about, to go back to full circle, about how he fell in love with his wife Jenna because she told him right away, like, no matter what, she didn't know how he felt or what he was going to say. I can relate to this. She just said, this is how I feel and this is what I want. And that's how he fell in love with her. And he really wants to tell his daughter to like, just be you and, you know,
be your fearless, authentic
Yeah.
self, no matter what she thinks men will want to hear from her.
Exactly, because you can't worry about a reaction. You have to, if you're being genuine, something's coming from your heart, no matter what someone is going to then respond with. And I think that if you truly feel that way, and I can attest to it, it doesn't you're saying it because you want that person to hear it, not because you're expecting reciprocity. So that was their situation. He relayed that to her. I think it's a really important message for fathers to tell daughters, you know, to give them a little, to follow a path.
Absolutely.
And he's such a great guy, seemingly so. I mean, I don't know him, but
I mean, everything that comes out about him is just like more and more stand up.
the cutest.
The cutest. So guys, though, if you are on your path to finding love and you're going on dates and things of that nature, or you're trying to go on dates, we are going to help you out right now with one of my favorite apps.
Yeah.
That's proven to be kind of like my jam right now.
I know.
A little bit successful. So yeah, we're going to help you with creating your profile for Hinge.
Yes, you guys.
I actually I paid for the 1 month thing of
You
the
did?
service just to see what it was like, because you get more options. Like you can like more people in a day. There's new rules where like they get you to pay for the service, so it's like you can only like a certain amount of people a day. So I was like, well, I want to like more than that. I'm on my phone right now. I've got some time. Give me more people in this moment. So I wanted to expedite the process, I guess.
I like that.
And so with that amount of money I spent, which was like $12.99, I got an email from them, like a person named, I don't remember her name, but Chloe wrote me and said, hey, I want to help you with your profile. Do you want help? And I wrote back, yeah, please do. So she sent me all of these ideas.
And I think that they also say that a lot of their staff at Hinge is single and uses Hinge. So it also is kind of like a good thing because they're really in it.
Yeah.
And they're part of the process. And so they give some tips about like captions really can add some things like, you guys put a picture up and say things like, guess what happened next, or what's wrong with this picture, or start a conversation, because then you get them looking at your photo, and then that's a way you want to give someone like an open door too. You know, you're on a dating app, don't try and be like, I'm too cool to talk to you. Like, what the fuck are you there for?
Right.
So give them a talking point. Tell me if you can name this spot. If you know what this Halloween costume is, the next drink is on me. That's a fucking good one.
That is a good one. And so I like Hinge because it does set it up like a stream. So it's like an image that you can write a caption, then it prompts you with a question and you answer it. Like they've got several questions that are there. Like some of them are 2 truths and a lie. And then you can put, you know, your answers to that. Or the next vacation I want to go on. Or worst fad I participated in.
That's cute.
On my bucket list. What I'm looking for, which is a great one because it really just answers that.
And you guys should say that. I really honestly think everyone should say it. Don't be afraid.
No.
It's not a bad thing. Like, own it. Like, what's her name?
Lisa Rinna.
Lisa Rinna.
I own it.
Own it. Own it. Even though...
What's she owning? I don't think she actually owns anything
'cause she
other than
forgets
the
everything,
fact that she's a crazy person.
I mean, they're all, really.
Ay.
God, with the reality TV. Oh, my God. But, I mean...
I am ready for The Bachelor and The Bachelor in Paradise.
Oh, my God, you guys. Yeah, because they're starting to predict who they think is going to be on The Bachelor in Paradise. The Bachelorette season is about to happen. And so her castaways are going to be on the show. And then also other people from the past.
I'm most excited about Luke Pell.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's like that cowboy type that they thought might be the next Bachelor, but instead it was...
He's the hot commodity.
What's that guy that just was the Bachelor?
Oh, Ben? No, he was the other one.
There's always a Ben. But I forget. It's like it didn't even happen.
I don't know. Nick Viall. Yeah, but all I can think about is Chris Soules right now. That horrible situation.
I know. But yeah, Corinne Olympios, that girl.
Oh, God. She for sure will be on this show because she's a fucking batshit crazy.
Yeah, and I feel like she's been like angling for a spinoff or just more TV time.
Yeah.
So there you go. And then also that Vinny Tierra, like DJ Vinny.
What about the Robbie guy?
Oh, I love Robbie.
He's really cute. And he was here, actually. interviewing with the head of the network, one of the heads of the network, Maria's partner Kevin, on the Tomorrow Show, which also shoots here too. You guys should definitely watch that because it's a great interview show. But he was on that as well, and he took his shirt off. So maybe tune in to see that.
Yeah, I will.
Hello.
Or I'll just call Kevin and say, hook it up.
Hello.
Yeah, anyway.
You guys, and also speaking of the housewives and how crazy they are, so last week, I just need to touch on this New York housewives because it's in full swing right now. And last week, Ramona invited a guy to her surprise birthday party and then couldn't remember his name. Is she that old? It was her 60th birthday party. You take your Geritol, honey, because what is wrong? And then also don't invite him there and then turn your back on him and walk away. That's so rude.
But are you that surprised?
No, but I'm just saying, just for a lesson for all of us, first dates need to be like a time where you can don't go to a movie, don't invite someone to a surprise party, or just say oh my God, it's a surprise party, I'm not really going to be able to nice to meet you, let's have this drink for 5 minutes, but then maybe let's meet up another time or something.
Or come with friends and I'll get to you when I get to you.
It's just that dating is hard, and she's been married for a really long time, and she had no social graces in that situation. It was awful. She was super immature and just and turned her back on him.
I wonder if she even cares, because she seems to be getting a lot of action, so it's one more guy.
Handle it correctly. And we're talking about bachelorette parties and things about how you didn't have the penis straws and the sashes and the dumb strippers and stuff. Well, Luann, listen, honey, this episode that just happened, that just aired last night, she is going full fairy tale wedding. She's changing her dress 5 times. She does bachelorettes with strippers. She's had all of the showers, engagement showers, wedding showers, she's done all of it.
She's like Bridezilla. You would think she's never been married before.
No, she's doing everything she's 25 years old.
It's so it's immature.
It's
juvenile.
It feels a little juvenile to me because she's in her 50s, and I think this is the second or third marriage for both or one of them. And
and she's obviously marrying such a stand-up guy.
Yeah, wait, is he D'Agostino the grocery store? I think he is.
I don't think so, because she basically says I'm going from a countess to a wife, and never says to the heir of the D'Agostino grocery stores.
But he has to be. That name is
he could be the brother.
He
could be the less successful brother of that family. We don't know.
I feel like he might be a little bit of an opportunist. But anyway, Luann is definitely going for the fairy tale. And so, hey, that's great. More power to her. But I can't wait to see. I'm assuming the season finale is going to be the wedding. So I'm very excited.
Cannot wait. And yeah, they actually are married already. So we speak about them.
Well, they got married on New Year's Eve, but we are back in time on the thing. So Mochi is growling at our guest, Chris. That is so rude.
So sorry.
That was not the warm welcome that we wanted to give you.
No. But if you wouldn't mind, oh my goodness.
Mochi.
Would you move to the middle of the couch there?
So, and then you can see yourself here as everyone else can see you. So make sure you just frame yourself. I'm sure you're very good at that, all your TV time you've had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got
Chelsea Lee.
There you are.
So,
welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Hello, thank you very much. How's this? This is a nice little setup you have here.
Thank you.
We try. We actually know Josh Wolf and have interviewed him before.
Is that right?
So that is our connection.
Right.
And
Heather McDonald.
Okay.
And
2 of my good friends.
Yeah, I know. And so you spent a lot of time on TV land and Chelsea land with them.
I did,
but you were on the show the most out of everybody. I mean, I watched that show.
Ultimately, I was. Because I did a lot of other things, a lot of characters I did.
Yeah.
Toward the end, Chelsea Handler would let us pretty much do whatever we wanted, so I took full advantage of that.
Oh, really?
Gay Caveman?
Gay Caveman was one of my favorites, Gay Caveman, and a lot of them. I did Johnny Depp on QVC. I did
Oh, my God, is that what that was? I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, we did Johnny Depp selling things out of his pockets on QVC.
Wait, now he might need to, because he's having financial trouble.
He's crazy bankrupt.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
I've read that.
And he's a liability on set. He's got himself in a mess.
Is that why he had to show up to Disneyland and be part of the Pirates of the Caribbean ride?
Yeah.
To promote the movie?
Well, that's all he has is Pirates of the Caribbean at this point. I mean, the movies outside of that have been kind of bombs, right?
Horrible.
Yeah. I mean, he's selling his houses, his
Really?
yachts.
But he had 32 homes, I read.
Okay, well, that's just a little outlandish.
Right.
And then he also apparently has a $30,000 a month wine problem.
Yeah.
I made that
it's
number
wine?
up, but that's probably the amount.
Remember when he had Forever Winona tattooed
Yes.
on his arm, and he
Yeah.
had to change to Forever Wino after they broke up? So now it says Forever Wino.
It does not.
Yeah, so
Seriously?
he has to have.
He has to commit to that
wino.
lifestyle.
Exactly,
well,
right.
Otherwise,
No, it really does. I'm not
Good thing
kidding.
it doesn't
Yeah.
say forever black tar heroin, because that would fucking suck.
That's probably next. Yeah.
Wow. All right.
Well, you know, I mean, I'm just saying he's committed, so.
He is. He
Yeah.
is. So how
Is there another heroin besides black tar heroin, or is that?
No,
don't know
I think there are different kinds.
There are different
No, I feel
strains
like
of
there's
heroin.
just regular heroin, and then black tar is like the dirty
But
street.
you
like
don't know
Johnny
that. You
Walker
only know
Black.
that because you've. Okay, that's like the good Johnny
Maybe.
Walker, right?
I don't know.
You
I'm
just saw like
guessing.
Train Spotting, and you're taking it from that.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just a
actually.
catchphrase we
It's
really
a-
I know.
like.
I've always heard black tar heroin in my life.
what
but I
is
don't,
it, though?
Yeah, I don't know if it's all black tar heroin.
It's like dirty street heroin, because there's clean heroin and then there's dirty. It's like the low class heroin.
This is going in a direction I never
Me
envisioned.
neither,
That's what
yeah.
I think
you
it is.
started it.
I
didn't.
might be wrong.
Someone out there listening, please let us know what the going
I'm
heroin
sure there's
is.
plenty of heroin addicts listening. At
My
10.
cousin.
They want to
10
learn
a.m.
about relationships.
listen.
so-
Oh yeah, is that what you
and
guys talk
do-
about? Relationships?
That-
We talk about
Yeah.
dating and relationships.
Yeah.
Okay.
My cousin was addicted to heroin for like 10 years, and she's very open about it. And she is totally and completely successful and normal and lives in Beverly Hills and is like, can drink and have fun and do all the things. She's
Yeah.
like 1% of the population.
That's-
we'll have to ask her that.
I'll
is.
have to ask her what black tar heroin is.
Yeah, ask her. Yeah, she'll know.
Oh boy,
Good for
She's
her.
probably done it.
she probably has. So how did you get into comedy?
I was addicted to black tar heroin,
Okay.
and I said to
I knew
myself,
it.
enough of this heroin. And I don't know. I've been doing it a long time. I just got into it. I just did it like I was working as an electrician in New York City, like a real trained union electrician. And I just did comedy at night for fun.
Okay.
I told nobody. I
For
did
fun?
Yeah, I just enjoyed going up and talking about things.
I think
And I
it's-
didn't tell anybody. Like I just did it secretly.
Yeah.
My family didn't even know. And then I started to get good.
Yeah.
And get like known in New York.
Yeah.
Like in the circles. And that's how it kind of happened.
Jeez.
And I bet it's
What a lucky path.
It is.
You're like,
It-
I was an electrician, and then I was very funny.
yeah. Well, I was. Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are funny. I mean,
Yeah.
I know guys who on Long Island who are so funny, but they're not stand-up funny. It's a different
There's,
muscle.
It's
you know what I
totally
mean?
different. Yeah.
I've been told
So-
I should do stand up, but I'm like, I'm not going to write it.
If I had
can't.
$1 for every time I heard someone tell
I
me
know.
that, and I always say the same thing, just do it.
Yeah.
Because eventually you go, you know what, I can't. Or you can. That's
Yeah.
the thing. You're either great or you're not. And you do it 3
Yeah.
times, and your friends come out to those shows, and everyone goes crazy. And then when the friends don't show up anymore,
You get the
that's when it
real.
ends.
That's when the truth comes out.
That's when the truth comes out.
Are
exactly.
you really funny, or are you friend funny?
Right,
I think
right.
stand-up comedy sounds absolutely terrifying.
I know.
And I would never do it, and I've been told as well, but I'm like, absolutely not. And if I did do it, I would do it like you. I would not tell a soul.
I think that's the best way to do it. Just don't tell anybody till you're almost, you're pretty good. Because
Yeah.
you're going to be terrible for years.
Mm-hmm.
Even when you think you're good, you're terrible. And,
But were you ever terrible? Let's be
I
honest.
was bad. Bad, like looking back on it now, bad. But
Okay.
I was always, I always had like some sort of foundation that could be good. I knew where I was going.
What
with
would
it.
you like call? Would you be able to like classify us like your style or your delivery, or like what would you describe it?
I mean, I don't know. It's very. I tell a lot of stories more now than ever. I'm more comfortable on stage than so I could just tell stories. I don't need constant laughs. I used to need constant laughs. Now
Okay.
I can tell a story that goes on for 15 minutes without, a giant laugh in it.
So,
And
do you think that just comes with like age and experience?
Yes,
Just like life.
definitely.
It's like life and
Definitely.
dating. Like you don't need to be validated all the time. Now you're just
Right.
like, I am who I am. Take it or leave it.
Well, also the
It's
long
the
story
best.
is the thing that people probably can relate to.
Right. I think more and more now it's more storytelling because of Netflix. I believe in those specials. Like I think there is more storytelling comics than there are. It's tough. Like on the road, storytelling can be, because people are drunk and wild, and Saturday night they want,
yeah.
So sometimes telling stories can be a lot. It's a lot to. I have stories that if I go into a crowd and I see it's going to be rowdy, I won't. I'll go another direction.
Okay.
I won't even begin.
So you have so much material that you can just be like,
I could find a way to Yeah.
I just went to a comedy show. I
Who?
went Sebastian Maniscalco.
Oh, he's hilarious.
He is. Okay, so now
He
you
is
asked
very
an
fun.
interesting question about like what kind of comedy, because like I would say he's super physical.
He's very
yeah,
physical.
yeah,
He
yeah.
like
He
wears
doesn't-
jazz shoes so he can like move
No,
across.
I
the
mean,
Yeah, he just
sometimes
kicks
I'm like, what is that movement your body just did? That's
I
not
know.
a human movement. You just turned into like a turtleosaurus. Like,
Yeah.
what was
he's
that?
constantly making faces and kicking.
Yeah.
and- yeah. He's great. I think he's hilarious.
But that's like a different style. And then so like you'll stand and just like deliver stories. He's
No,
like,
I'm pretty physical. Not
Are
as
you?
physical as him, but I do some physical
is
stuff.
anyone?
He is very, yes, I've noticed that about him. He is very like cartwheely.
Yeah, he's very cartwheely. Not that that's a bad thing.
No.
You know, some guys just do it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, I've gotten to the point in my career where I don't begrudge anyone their success. I used to say to people like, you know, I won't mention any names, but I'd be like, oh, fuck that guy. You know,
Yeah.
for whatever. I could say that, right? on
Yeah,
this?
of course.
All
I've
the
already
offs you
said
want.
it like 700
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
so.
So anyway, yeah, but now I'm like, if you get to a certain level in any type of show business, you know, whether it be stand-up or anything, God bless you.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get successful. So take a guy like Larry the Cable Guy. Most of us would be like, Larry the Cable Guy, oh my God, are you kidding? That's awful. But the guy makes $95 million a year
Cars.
doing comedian.
What?
Right, being a comedian. So yeah, he's in cars, and so
His
it's
voice.
uh,
Prilosec. I mean, he's
exactly all that stuff is like, isn't that the
Do you
goal in
study
the
his
end?
resume?
He does. He does like a
He's
Prilosec
very,
commercial.
he is his voice is so distinct that you cannot escape it.
Right.
He's the voice of Mater in Cars, and he's like Prilosec, OTC, that's like.
And he's
he
also
just-
like a stand-up comedian who sells out like theaters and
yeah,
arenas.
he's like that
Jeez.
guy, and he's just
Listen,
so distinct.
yeah, I agree with you. If it's working, you can't fault him. It's
for
the people
sure.
that are buying the tickets. or
No,
watching.
I don't fault any of them. I mean,
Right.
that's the way you're entertained, and more power to you. I mean, that guy who was doing it, he was doing a whole other thing, being a regular comedian, and he had that character in his set.
Yeah.
He did like a little 5-minute chunk of a guy called Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah.
And then it was finally like, why don't you make that your guy? And he did, and now he's this guy. So
Yeah.
man, if I had a character like
What
Larry
would
the Cable
you?
Guy,
What
I
would you? Do you have a character where you think like
I mean,
it could be?
nothing that could have that kind of success. You know.
Really?
I think you strike the right people. I mean, that guy got like blue collar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people.
For sure. He
Well,
knew
and
his audience.
everyone's dealt with the cable guy.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
That and
You could be a plumber.
there's not a lot of comedians who aim for the red states. And if
There are
you-
not.
There are a lot of
Yeah.
comedians who shun the red states.
Right.
But if you're a comedian who aims for the red states, I think that might be a good angle right now. I wouldn't do it.
Yeah,
But
you just can't.
I suggest somebody does.
If it's so unauthentically you, then you just can't. It's not
Because
going to end up being
for
funny.
the most part, when you tour as much as I do, you're in those places more than you're in Chicago's and New York's and
Sure.
Los Angeles.
Yeah.
You're in, you know, Vernal, Utah's and Kentucky's.
How
the
do
places I
you
play.
do stand up in Utah?
You know, weirdly enough, I did New Year's Eve there last year, and they tell me that they don't drink. It was the drunkest show I've ever done. They
Well,
were wild. I
so-
mean, it's not all Mormon.
It's not all
No.
Mormon. It's just
No,
majority.
Well,
and
there's
the
also,
ones who
like-
aren't are pretty like progressive and,
Okay.
and crazy.
There's
and
like
wild.
Sundance there, and like
Yeah, right, exactly. So there's all
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
There's
so-
that
certain
would actually be a fun place to go for New Year's. I feel like.
there's certain,
It was a good time. Yeah,
There's
it's fun.
certain areas where they are allowed to sell alcohol and some where you can't get it after a certain hour or whatever. It's very,
Yeah, they have weird. They like no Sundays and yeah, I don't know.
well,
Interesting.
But
This country is still ruled by Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Not here necessarily, or in New York, or where we hang out, but for the most part, Jesus rules this country.
so do you
That
not,
guy,
do you
man.
not have any religious jokes? Do you do it?
I
Not
try
there.
to stay away from it, but I mean, you see when you're driving from like the airport to like the hotel or club you're staying at, you see billboards that are promoting Jesus.
What?
Yeah, oh, everywhere.
They're reminding you
Yeah,
he has
reminding
risen.
you, Jesus has risen.
Yeah.
No, wait, what
I
do
just
they
saw one
say?
the other day. I was driving to somewhere. It says Jesus has risen, and he's rising, like he's coming back. Be prepared, people, because he's coming
Still,
back.
there.
Was it like a
Yes.
life insurance billboard or
No, it's
something?
just for Jesus. It's for Jesus.
These people are waiting so long.
Yeah.
They're gonna be waiting forever at
hey,
this point.
You know,
Man, okay, so now do you make jokes ever or talk like stories about relationships in
do you
your
ever
set?
get into it?
I don't because it's an oft-used premise, I think, and it's just not something I ever did. But
Okay.
I talk about them. I mean, what do you want to know? I've been
Well,
in many.
Yeah. Okay. What is your current relationship
My
status?
current relationship is very good. I have a good one, but I'm older now and wiser. When I was on Chelsea lately. I stuck my dick in everything.
Yes!
Like nobody.
No,
Nobody
listen.
took more advantage of being on TV than I did.
Good.
I was Motley
for
Crue.
you.
And hold on,
for
can I
10
say
years.
something
for
about
you.
that? You absolutely should be doing that.
I
And
agree.
women who go on one date with a guy and then they're like, "He didn't call me back or didn't," it's like, what? What do you? He's probably dating a million women. Yeah, he probably is.
Right.
Wouldn't you be if you were him too?
Yes.
Like, and don't expect this dude to treat you like you're his girlfriend until you're his girlfriend, if that's what you want or both of you want. So I like that you just said that, and I think that's awesome.
Right. Well, good. That's just
It
true.
happened.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Great.
it happened. Yeah.
So
I
good
mean,
for you
I
in the
didn't get
past.
any type of success in anything till I was like 41 years old. Like I was doing stuff, but I was and then I did 8 weeks on something. Then I had to go back to bartending. Then I
Right.
would do 6 weeks on something and back to bartending. And so then when Chelsea Lately hit, I thought it was going to be 8 weeks, and then it was 8 years.
So that was the
one
thing.
that that's why I made real money and got on real TV.
Yeah.
And got on, and that was, and it just got progressively better as it went on. We started small and we got bigger and bigger
Yeah.
and bigger, and it was wild. So yeah, and then I was like the only single guy on that show. Everybody else was kind of married. I think they were
Kind
all
of married.
Josh,
They were, no, I think
Heather.
actually, I think they were all married. I
Josh
think,
and Heather are married
Yeah, Josh,
with
but like
kids, yeah.
Sarah Colonna wasn't. She is
She's
now,
not.
and then
She is
like
now, yeah.
Jen Kirkman wasn't. But so I would go on the road and just go nuts. Like
For 8 years, the whole time.
yes.
Did you have to try very hard? Like, tell us how it really was.
No, you didn't. You didn't have to try very hard. But I was never a dick. I'm always a pretty nice guy.
I'm
so,
sure, yeah.
I mean, I don't think you'd find anyone who said anything bad about me.
But you didn't have to, like, you felt like your platform helped you.
I would open for Chelsea a lot. We were on the road together, so I
Okay.
opened for her. And then once the show was over, I mean, we were playing toward the end like big 20,000 seat
Yeah.
venues. So it was just like, rock star
All
shit.
of the
and I
people,
knew
yeah.
at that point, I'm like, this is a very rarefied air. This is not going to happen a lot.
No,
This'll-
it's that
this'll-
rock star
Yeah,
life.
right. This will end, and I'm going to remember this. I remember making a conscious. I wish I actually did more. Where I said I should remember flying private jets to like 20,000 seat sold out arenas, because it doesn't happen to everybody.
No
No.
way.
Yeah. So I did. I do remember it. Some of it's a little fuzzy. I wish I didn't drink as much as I did.
All that
in
black
certain
tar
situ-
heroin.
Yeah,
Chris.
right.
It
like
caught up with you,
Yeah.
so.
I mean, I drank a lot and forgot a lot, and I wish I didn't.
What? You remembered the important stuff.
Yeah,
Which
right.
is that it happened in general.
That exactly.
Yeah.
I remember some of it, but then I'll go back to some cities, and I'll like, oh, I've been in this bar before when we were, and I don't even like, oh, that's when we were here
It's
with
like
Chelsea.
deja vu almost.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
a brownout. It's not a
Right.
blackout.
Yeah.
It's like a brownout.
It's a brownout. You
Yeah.
know how it is, like when
Yeah.
you go out wildly drinking that night, and
Totally.
then it starts to slowly come back to you the next day. It's that sort of thing.
That's fun. So did you even have to use like a line on anyone, or they actually just lined up for you and you didn't have to speak to them?
It was more of a lineup where I think, giving myself no credit, I think they were thought they would eventually meet Chelsea through me, which they did in some cases.
Sure.
And we were down. I think we were performing in San Diego, and I took just to have like a party back in my hotel room. It was like 6 girls back in my hotel room, and we were shooting a documentary at the time about Chelsea's tour, which never aired for so many reasons.
I'm sure there was
I
not
can't even go into
things
it,
that you
but
could.
it was
Yeah.
no. And then when we actually turned it in to the people who were going to air it, they're like, "There's no way we're going to show this side of her." And she wanted that to be shown. She wanted like warts and all kind of
Really?
her
She
life.
like pushes the boundaries.
Yeah,
I like
and it was
that.
crazy. Like there's no way I would have shown that side of myself. and
Really?
she did it, and the people he was going to release it, and then I was like, "There's no, never."
What about like a Netflix or something?
Well, now I think it's we shot it about 5 years ago. So now
That was like before Netflix's like heyday and
Yeah.
their
it was
scripted things
even
and all
before
that.
Netflix, yeah. So anyway, we were shooting this documentary. So they were following us everywhere, and they followed me into the room, and all these girls. And then Chelsea called me and said, "Bring everybody down to my room." And I would
God.
never do that without her saying it.
Sure.
And I said, "You mean these crazy girls?" Like, okay. She
These
goes, "Bring them
randoms?
all."
Yeah.
And we did, and it was like that was on.
She must have had her way with
it was
those
crazy.
chicks.
It was crazy.
Like what kinds of crazy things would she have said to them?
Oh,
Like,
I can just imagine her going for the jugular
Well,
in
they were
all
just
the
like
best ways.
drugs
Yeah.
and shit like that, and seeing that on in documentary, which is cool. It's a good thing to show, but
But that's
I
like the
mean-
real stuff. Like I wish we could
Right.
go back and see that,
yeah, I know. Me too. Me
especially
too.
if it's like a brownout time.
Yeah,
like,
it was
how are you
kind of
gonna-
it was well shot. It was cool looking. I mean, I think I'm the only one who actually saw the finished product. I liked it anyway.
And she was
You know,
fine with that side
she was
being
fine
shown?
with it. Yeah, it was her kind of idea. And
That doesn't surprise me about
She's
her.
a smart person.
Yeah,
she doesn't
is.
really. She really doesn't give a fuck.
But
which
also,
is amazing.
she's the only one.
Refreshing.
Some people pretend not to give a fuck.
Right.
She really doesn't.
Yeah.
Well, and she's the only one that's really like that, so I think it makes her stand out. And I feel like she sort of paved the way in the sense of like letting us say whatever we want to say now.
I totally believe she paved the way for all of that type of. There was no like comedians who were doing I'm slutty, I'm drunk at that time. I
Yeah.
don't think.
No.
Like I remember seeing her. We've been friends for 20-something years. So seeing her early on in like small venues like the Ice House and the Improv, where she would just do that stuff, and people were almost like, "Nobody, you can't say that kind of
Yeah.
stuff."
Didn't like Lisa Lampanelli say it, but she's also a
But
different
even
breed.
Lampanelli came later
did,
than
yeah.
Chelsea. Chelsea was doing it before Lampanelli was.
Really?
I believe so.
Interesting.
Like Lampanelli was doing it, maybe in the Midwest, but Chelsea was
Yeah.
coming, bigger out.
Yeah, she and
And then Amy Schumer kind of
Yeah.
does it now, and
Right.
there's other people who kind of do it. Not saying it, but whatever. I think Chelsea did it first.
I agree. Are You There? Vodka, It's Me, Chelsea, the book, and I like
Even
dating.
Horizontal Life was
yeah.
the first one where that's 10, 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Man,
she was-
time flies.
And how
Yeah.
she's like, I had sex with 50 Cent. I like black guys. Hey, like
Right,
I just
right,
like
yeah,
how she's just
yeah.
like
I was
don't-
like, really?
yes,
Really?
oh my god, I
50
love
Cent?
I love
Yeah, 50
her-
Cent that was an interesting time. For
That was
us.
her-
That was,
Yeah.
yeah, that really happened.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, she was like, I mean, I assumed it did. She was very open about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
it's
it was
so
why he
weird.
would just like stand around our office. Josh can tell you this as well. And we had like this little like shitty offices before we moved over to the big one in NBC. We had like these little shitty offices down in Culver City, kind of. And he would just come and like hang out in our little offices and just stand. He's a very, very shy guy in real life.
Really?
And he would just be very shy and sit in the corner and just wait for her to get off work.
What?
And
Men can change.
yeah, he was like a super like outside of being 50 Cent. Curtis Jackson is a very kind of nice, sweet, shy guy.
It was like a persona.
Yeah,
But he's been shot like multiple times.
I
Has
know,
he,
but I
has he
think
not?
yes, he has.
Well,
Like,
how do shy guys go get shot?
I think it was like he was a drug dealer. But,
Well, I mean, he ran.
Was he ever really shot? What are
Yes.
the medical
I believe
records?
he was. I believe
Yeah.
he was. I think because he showed us like wounds.
Yeah, he has. I think he got shot like
Yeah,
in the
in his
face.
face,
That's
yeah.
why he like has a little bit of a like speech impediment because
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was
he's
just,
been
like,
hit with a few
swagger.
shells, but he don't walk with a limp. Don't you know
Oh,
that?
I do, but that's the walking, not the talking.
I know, but
Anyway, we could analyze his lyrics all day.
Well, listen, everyone has a persona that they portray. It sounds like you're just you. You get up on stage, you tell your stories.
I mean, listen, I amp it up. I amp
Yeah.
up like my New York accent and shit on stage,
Yeah.
But
because that's it
yeah.
makes everything sound more
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
exactly, yeah, I think so. And then
It
people
does.
afterwards come up to, "What are you from?" And I was like, "Yeah, I haven't lived in New York in 20 years, but
You can bring it out.
it's still there. Like all my family still lives back there, so it comes back pretty strongly
Yeah.
when I'm drinking and stuff." Yeah. I mean, I don't know, where you guys? You guys from here?
I'm from San Francisco, but I think there is nothing like an East Coast accent.
I'm
That's
from
like
Miami.
My favorite.
I think it makes you sound dumb as shit.
I love it.
I do too.
Yeah, it does. I
Well,
hate it.
Wait, though. I think that a lot of men say, I don't like the way it sounds on a woman, but I like the way it sounds on a man.
Well, I guess we all like what we like.
Yeah, that's true.
It sounds
Yeah.
rough.
But
It
I'm
sounds,
with you on the dumb side. The
It does-
heavier it is, the dumber you sound.
Yeah, but
Right.
it sounds like you can like rough someone up.
Sure.
That's
but
that's
you
the
might
good
only
part
have
of
that.
it.
Do you,
yeah.
I don't want a guy with like a French accent who's gonna fucking write poetry to me. I
You're
don't
right.
want that. Like
Okay, well.
I don't. That's a girly. I like a manly man
with a
who's
New
like,
York
hey,
accent. Yeah.
bring me a fucking chicken pot pie or what. I
Well,
don't
I
know.
have a New York accent, and I also love show tunes. So I'm the best of both
Really?
worlds. Yeah, I've seen
Have you
every
been to
Broadway-
Marie's Crisis in New York, the underground bar where they play show tunes and sing?
Well, I go to every Broadway show, so I don't. go
Okay,
to
well, then
Marie's
you don't
Crisis,
even
but
need to do
yeah,
that.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I have all that.
Why is
Who?
it Marie's Crisis? Like,
I don't
what's
know.
wong
I
with
don't know why
show
it's-
tune? She has a
Yeah.
crisis and now it's show
Right.
tune.
I don't
time.
know
Kinda
why
just-
it's called that, but it's very fun. Wait, I didn't. This is it. So would you
Yeah,
take
that
a
would
girl
be my
on
ultimate goal. But I have no talent, so ultimately the only reason I'm in show business is to be on Broadway. But
What?
yeah,
But there are like, what's that movie with that woman Meryl Streep and she pretends to sing? You could be a bad singer.
no, but I think on Broadway you have to really be good.
You
It's
have to be a
7
triple
shows
threat.
a week.
You
What
have to
about
be a triple
Broadway
threat. You have to
that
be super
is
talented.
not musical theater?
Yeah, there's
Well,
parts
there's,
in
well,
Broadway
like a
shows,
Matthew
yeah.
Broderick does it without really singing.
He
you know,
talk sings.
Nathan Lane talks
Yeah.
sings.
Right.
Matthew Broderick talks.
You could do
But
it.
they're also pretty talented guys out. There's dancing. There's
Yeah.
singing. Like I've seen Broderick and
Can you dance?
no, I can't do any of it.
What
So,
can you do?
Nothing.
Just
Okay.
be
But
funny.
that's why I just
You talk.
Yeah, I talk. So I can look at Broadway and go, oh my God, these are the most talented people I've ever seen. like more talented than Tom Hanks or any big movie star.
Yeah.
'Cause
Sorry,
they do
Tom Hanks.
everything.
I'm
no, but
not
I'm saying that
disagreeing, yeah.
Tom Hanks is great, but
Yeah.
these guys do it all. They
All of
act,
it.
they sing, they dance, they do it 7
Triple
shows a
threat.
week. They do
Yeah,
it.
they remember their lines.
Right,
I mean,
nonstop.
damn.
Live.
Like you go see Book of Mormon and you look at everybody
need to
in that
see
show
it.
It's
from
so
the
good.
from the leads to the background dancers. And
Yeah.
that's unbelievable how good those people are.
Oh my God.
Not
Sometimes-
Hamilton.
I'm gonna be honest.
Oh,
Sometimes
I
I
wanna see
cry
Yeah.
because of the talent,
I
like, not
agree.
because of the story or
I'm
anything.
with you.
Like I'm just like,
I agree.
this is
It's
beautiful.
the energy.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
energy, like
Yeah.
being in. I started, acting in plays, and there is nothing like that rush of being on the stage. What in
Right.
your own
It's
way.
like larger than life
And
in front
I
of you.
think what we've done here, this is just my political stance on all. In America, we've almost made it be, it's queer to be into that sort of thing.
Totally.
Yeah.
And but yet in like Australia, they encourage you to have all your skills. You be a singer, you be a dancer, you be an actor. That's why Hugh Jackman can do everything.
Yeah.
Russell Crowe can do everything.
Good point.
All those Australian guys, Guy Pearce can do everything. They can sing. He can
They
dance, he
come.
can
They're so
act.
talented.
I did not even
Yes.
think.
Yeah.
You're so right.
Those are all Australian
And
guys
they're
because
manly
they're taught.
men.
They're all
And they're
manly men
manly
too.
men, yeah.
They're taught to do everything. You're not acting. Anyone can do that. You got to sing. You got to dance. You got to. So Hugh Jackman can be Wolverine, and he can play Peter Allen on Broadway, which is this flamboyantly gay
Totally.
guy. And so that I think we should have done that, and we'd have more. People who are all around.
Yeah.
Doogie Howser, that kind of guy.
Yeah. We need more of
Triple
that.
threats.
I love
great.
Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah, but he also is gay, so it does sort of
He
take
is
it
gay,
back
but
to like.
yes, but he's also like that's true.
So,
But Hugh Jackman's not.
well, but
And-
some
and-
people say he might be.
I know, but they say that because he's
of
on
that.
Broadway. Yes.
And
Is
Neil
that
Patrick-
why?
Well, I saw his show on Broadway, Hugh Jackman, where he just does. It's called Hugh Jackman, and he just talks about his life and how he talks about that. He says, "I know everyone thinks I'm gay," and he goes, "Actually, I almost didn't get Wolverine because this Hollywood studio's like, there's no way we're giving a Broadway dancer singer Wolverine." Because everyone's going to think you're a gay guy playing Wolverine. So he goes, Hollywood producers almost
Yeah.
made me stop doing what I do because I'm Wolverine.
And it's so weird because isn't the point to like transform?
Yeah,
So, like
right.
acting is being different characters.
Of course.
It's not
I
who
mean, I
you
think we could all
actually are.
leave. Yeah,
I mean, I think it's. I do think there is a very large element in being honestly you and your very private moments. What that to show that to the public.
Right.
But I think in finding the story you're trying to tell through the character, you have to be you. So that's there. But it's just so funny to me that people are still so backwards like that.
whatever.
Yeah.
They will
Yeah.
be probably for a while.
I know.
Hopefully they get it together. But anyway,
Yeah.
so okay, if you've got no singing and dancing,
No,
How
no skills.
did you dazzle the person you're with now
Yeah.
into being with you?
Weirdly enough, it was a Bumble thing, honestly.
Really? You were on
yeah.
Bumble?
It was a Bumble. Yeah, it was a
Wait,
Bumble
what
thing.
did your profile say?
I have no problem with Bumble at all. I think it's great.
Bumble's the best.
It's the best.
Except I really like Hinge right now, but you don't need that because
I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's another good one. It's
Oh, is that a good one?
It's more like an Instagram feed with like some comments and you
Really?
can like interact with what they put out there. So it's not just
I've never heard of it.
like pictures and a bio that like that's it.
It's been
Hinge?
around longer
Yeah.
than Bumble, but it did a recent transformation and also tells you who is your mutual friends.
not anymore.
Oh, it doesn't do
No.
that anymore?
Okay.
Oh.
But so okay, what did your Bumble profile say?
My Bumble profile just says nothing. It really does say nothing. It just says something like "I'm new to this" or something. It was, I think I signed up. Truthfully, I'll tell you a story about how I signed up for Tinder, which became Bumble.
Okay.
We on Chelsea Lately toward the end. We were when Tinder first kind of came out. We were. We did a thing where Chewy. We were trying to find Chewy. Oh
my God.
For those of you who don't know Chewy, he
Yes.
was like our little Mexican sidekick, and he's a little person. And so we did a thing where we would put my picture on Tinder, and then when the girls swiped and said let's go on a date, we would send Chewy to the date.
Amazing.
So
That is phenomenal.
yeah, and we shot like 4 of them. But we couldn't air them because the girls wouldn't
Sign off.
they wouldn't
Consent.
sign off.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's stupid.
So yeah, but and then the 2 girls consented, but they weren't as good. It just wasn't as fun as we thought it was going to be.
Okay.
But anyway, that's how we initially got on it, and then from that I went on Bumble for real, and I
Yeah.
kind of enjoyed it. Like I
Yeah.
went out with nice people. Like, but then I hear stories of girls tell me Bumble stories that are like, guys are fucking disasters, man.
But, I
like,
mean,
I don't
it's not just
understand
Bumble.
how bad. Like some of the stories I hear about guys that these girls go out with. I don't understand how you could possibly be like that.
Well, I think it's like a numbers game. Like there's a lot of people in the world, and obviously they all vote the way they vote. Like everyone's a little bit different.
Sure.
And so when you are on a dating app, you're going to like find some duds.
Yeah.
Just like in life.
Right.
Right. All right. Fair
I guess
enough.
it happens faster or more on a dating app because the quantity is happening.
I mean, I don't understand how you could be so clueless.
like
though.
what? Like what? For example.
Well, I'll tell you a story that some girl just told me. She said they were literally sitting down within 5 minutes.
Oh God.
The guy was like a kind of muscular. They were sitting at the guy was drinking. And within 5 minutes he had
I'm
like
so
3
scared
vodka
already.
sodas.
Oh God.
And then he asked her if she had any tattoos, and she said yes, I do. And he goes, do you have any near your pussy?
What?
Within like 10 minutes of their sitting down. And she goes, I was just shocked by it.
Did she walk away? Did she die?
Yeah. What do you
happened
do
to
in
her?
those situations?
Right, I know. And I'm like, but who would say that?
I don't even know. That's so
no.
weird.
Weirdly enough, her tattoo was near her pussy, so that was also
and it
kind
was
odd.
of a
Yeah.
pussy.
She's like, how did you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I
Let
was
me
like,
show
oh, man.
you.
Or
Yeah.
maybe it was in her like profile pictures, and she was like, "Oh, you paid attention to that."
But I thought that was. But I've heard other stories like
Yeah.
that where they just come out with these shocking things so quickly.
Yeah.
But I think people are desensitized now
Yes.
by, guys are fucking stupid because of like porn and.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm older, so there was a time where you didn't see porn.
It was harder to get.
Exactly.
or it was like a magazine.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Right. If you found like a Playboy in the woods, you cherished it for years.
Sure.
But now you could
That's an
access it on your
antique.
phone.
Yeah.
within
there all the
seconds.
time, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that desensitizes people. They want to see like choking. And,
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
they
totally.
think that's
Yeah.
it's like the way the shit goes. So.
Oh my God.
But that's I'm
Hence
being
why- no, you're-
semi-serious.
I know.
Yeah,
I think you're
we
being
know.
totally serious. Hence
That's why it's
that,
funny.
That's why that guy would ask that girl the
Right.
question within 5 minutes of a date.
I miss the days, not that I was alive then, but of courting and like giving somebody your
Going
pin
It's
steady.
over.
and like holding hands, and that's a thing.
Right. Now
it's just horrendous.
Now it's do you
Yeah.
have a tattoo by your pussy?
oh,
Yeah, do whatever
brother.
it is. Yeah.
I can't.
Whatever.
So how did you get this person?
So we went out on a date over like she lived down in like the Venice area, which she got me from the 818 to Venice, which is saying
Woo,
something.
yes.
And
It's like a road trip.
it's a road trip, and it was nice, and we had a good time, and she's perfectly normal, and had no idea like who I was, which I kind of like.
Yeah.
Like didn't care.
Yeah.
Didn't know. And then we were somewhere, and somebody came up and said, "Oh my God, I loved you on Chelsea." And she's like, "I can't believe people actually know who you are." and I was like, "Oh, that's
She put
good."
you in your place.
Because I don't like
Yeah.
the fact that she's not that there's anything wrong with dating actresses or anything, but
Sure.
I like somebody who just has like a normal life.
Right.
And she does, and it's
Yeah.
nice. And
Okay.
yeah,
So how did you go from just dating to like moving it into something more
And
serious?
how long did that take?
Because honestly, it's just that it was becoming pathetic. It looked sad that I was like the old guy in like because I would go on the road a lot,
Yeah.
and after a show's over on a Saturday night, I'll go out because I'm amped up after 2 shows on
Mm-hmm.
a Saturday night. So I'll ask whatever city I'm in. Where's the cool bar to go to? They'll go, go to, whatever, O'Malley's. And I'll go into this O'Malley's on a Saturday night, and I'm not, these kids are 21 or not 18 in some cases, depending upon the state.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just to the point where I was like, fuck, man, it's scary. I'll tell you a point that was like a real, like, rationalization. I was like, fuck, I was in one of these bars, and like a young guy was not being mean. He just bumped into me. He goes, "Oh, man, you got a nice head of hair for an old guy." And I was like, oh shit, like I'm the old guy. Like I'm the guy I used to make fun of in bars.
No.
And so
So you outgrew it basically.
Yeah,
You had an
more or
out-of-body
less. More or
experience
less. It was I still like going out. Listen, I'm still
Yeah.
I like it a good time. I like going out, I'm not, homebody or anything.
Right.
But I don't need to like I used to have to have someone back in my hotel room or it wasn't a successful evening. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I went out after a show and I'd be like, who's coming back to the hotel?
Mm-hmm.
And if it didn't happen, I'd be like, oh, that night sucked.
Yeah.
So now I just go back to the hotel. And
I like
can,
it.
you know.
It's called
Yeah.
maturity. Folks.
Yeah.
Man.
It took me forever. Listen, I'm fucking almost 50. So,
Hey,
yeah.
it doesn't really matter. Everyone's on their own path at
Yeah.
their
They
own
are.
pace.
At least you got there.
Right, I
And
got
look at
there.
this Bumble
Yeah.
story of success.
I
It was
know,
a
you
successful
guys-
Bumble story. Yeah, I
You
think
should
there
be
was-
like the face of Bumble.
How
I
long,
believe
how
I
long,
should.
How long did you date before you like made it official?
Not long. I think we were both kind of. I mean, she's 34, so
Yeah.
I mean, she's doesn't want to go back to like that world either.
Yeah.
And she works at Netflix. She's like a normal person.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it was both of us like, I'm done.
Okay.
She's had some shit ones, and like relationships,
Yeah.
long ones,
Yeah.
5 years.
Yeah.
and just ended terribly with actors. You know, she dated like a lot of actors, and it was a lot of I have to be famous actors, and they weren't famous, but they were just like it was all they cared about.
Yeah.
When you get into a play, if you're me, I got some sort of notoriety, but I never cared about it. Like, I'm happy that it happened, but I never wanted to be famous. I like doing stand-up. Whether anything happened from it or didn't, I didn't give a shit.
Sure.
I was perfectly happy bartending. I really was. I was never one of those guys like I fucking hate going to work every day bartending.
Right.
I loved it.
You were
I had
fine,
a
yeah.
blast. So, and, I mean, having money's nice. Listen, one day I remember my car broke down. Like I had a new car and it didn't start, and I remember that used to fuck up my whole life. I'd be like, "Shit, the car doesn't start. What does this mean?
Especially
I'm
here.
out,
Yeah.
I'm out of money.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna have to get a new whatever. Blah
Yeah.
blah. And this is it. I got a parking ticket. Life was over.
Yeah.
But now having money, you don't worry about those things anymore. It's kind of nice.
It's
Yeah.
nice.
I don't know why I brought that up, but my point is that it's just comfortable and nice and
Yeah,
it's good.
good. And that's what you want. That's the goal, right?
So, but
Yeah.
some people, like, especially here in Los Angeles, dating is so fucked up because these guys want to be, all they care about is being famous. And I think that's a shitty place to live.
You're always
And
striving
you
for
feel
something
that-
else.
No,
yeah.
nobody's going to be famous. There's 10 famous people. Otherwise, everyone else is doing some crazy, there's Hanks and there's whoever else there is.
It's like the 1% of
Otherwise,
the
we all
population.
have these weird,
Totally.
We're Chelsea lately, we're here. And now I'm here.
Yeah.
And now I'm here.
Yeah.
Here. That's the way it goes. Everybody has their moment.
Yeah.
So what are you doing now?
I'm doing a bunch of different things. I'm on the road a ton, which I love. Some weeks it gets, fucking bad. But, yeah, I do a lot of that. And then I work a lot with Fortune Feimster. We did a couple of, I don't know if you know Fortune Feimster. She was on our Chelsea Lately Big Heavy Lesbian
Oh, yeah.
Girl.
Yeah.
She's doing very well right now. She's on the Mindy Project, and she just signed a deal with Steven Spielberg
Oh, wow.
to do a movie she wrote. Steven Spielberg bought and is going to direct.
Good for
Man.
her.
So yeah, called Bad Cop, Bad Cop, and yeah.
Oh my
so-
God, that's
I get
cute.
that.
And
Love
I,
it.
yeah, and I work with her on. She did a pilot for ABC's 2 actually, and yes, and she always has me come work for her. So that I'm doing a lot of that, and I have the McDonald's podcast. I do a ton,
Okay.
which is fun. And
And
she
you
has
have your it was like a
Comedy album?
comedy album.
Oh, my album,
Yeah.
Shallow End. Yeah, I made
Yeah.
that a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then what's Glow?
Glow is a Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling. I did a couple episodes of that. Oh yeah, that comes out in June. Yeah, June 24th.
Great.
I
Where
forgot
can
about
people
that.
watch that?
That's on Netflix.
Great.
Yeah, I don't know how. No, the only reason I don't bring it up because I did. It was very fun to shoot it, but whether I had kind of a good part, but whether it's in it, I don't know.
Okay.
You just never know if it's
Okay.
like
You never
on the
know.
cutting room floor.
Yeah,
You never know.
right.
Okay,
But that's
well,
okay.
Look
Fine.
out for that.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna play our game really
Really
quickly.
we have a
Speaking
game?
of
We have a game.
shitty guys that we encounter in LA, these are probably those types
You
that
guys
you're
are out
talking
like
about.
dating on the dating scene.
I am. She's in a relationship.
I am, but
Okay.
I was in the dating scene for like 10 years
Were you?
before.
Okay.
So let's, I have a lot of experience. So, we've heard it all being single, and we know that having a sense of humor is like really important. And girls claim that that's what they want in a guy, and
Right.
you're really funny. So we need your help in a game that we're calling Picking Up What You're Putting Down. We get these pickup lines that come towards us. We've heard all of these before, and we want to know if you can give us a couple comebacks for them.
Okay.
When
in case-
someone comes
yeah.
up and says this really awesome thing to us, how shall we respond? Like, hey, you need a new pair of shoes because you've been running through my mind all day.
My response to that
Yeah.
would be,
If you were us.
Yeah.
If you were female.
these shoes are fine for me to walk away from you right now. How's that?
I love
Perfect.
it.
Yeah.
So good. Okay, how about this one? Are you my appendix? Because I don't understand how you work, but the feeling you give me in my stomach makes me want to take you out.
Wow, is that a real one?
Yeah.
Um,
Well, what would you say to that? I guess they're being kind of sweet, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's also kind of weird.
I don't know if the appendix is what makes me vomit, but I'm about to use it right now if that's what it does.
That's amazing.
Okay, there you go. Look at me, how quickly I come up with these responses.
See? We knew it.
You should go into comedy.
Oh, yeah.
Do you have some Visine? You're so hot, my eyes are burning.
Wow. These actually haven't been used on you, correct?
I mean,
well, first of all,
I've
Visine
actually said that
Visine
one.
doesn't work for burning eyes. It actually makes your eyes burn more.
So
I
maybe
think.
then
It works
that's what
for-
you would
yeah.
say.
Maybe
You
just
say,
get it
"You
right.
dick,
Watch
you
the
don't know
commercial.
any-" Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You don't know anything about how Visine works.
How about,
Idiot.
did you sit in a pile of sugar? Because you've got a pretty sweet ass. I mean, mean, you could use these.
Maybe you just go the other direction and go, yeah, I do have a really sweet ass. You should come back to my place right now and eat my ass. And then the guy'd be completely baffled that you actually came. Like some guy would never think you'd actually get the response he wanted, and then it would totally throw him off.
Totally agree.
I love that.
Yeah.
Right. And then you actually might fall in love because you one-upped him.
Right, exactly.
And then you can keep up. Like, does your girl make you laugh?
She does. She makes me laugh a lot, but not in that
way.
Yeah, very funny.
Yeah.
We went to the Museum of Ice Cream last night.
Oh yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
You were swinging.
I was swinging. We were swinging on a little swing. It's cool. I would definitely do it. It's like nothing to it.
Yeah,
it's done in 10 minutes.
Right.
Well, and also you're not in LA if you don't go take a picture there.
Yeah,
No,
in the
that's all
sprinkle pool.
It's literally only 4 pictures. They tell you Snapchat it, and the sprinkle pool's not real sprinkles. They're plastic.
Oh, good, because that was making me nervous.
It was it's
if
skipped
people
out, right?
get in there and then eat it.
I know. Well, they tell you
No.
don't eat it, don't touch it.
No.
Yeah, so, but they give you ice cream on the way through.
You bet. You have a
was
sweet.
Oh, that's cool.
You have
Where is it?
Downtown, like downtown.
Oh, so I have to go downtown
You
to
have
get
to go
there.
downtown, and not only do you have to go downtown, you have to go through downtown.
Oh no!
You
Is
have-
that you have to
Skid
park
Row
at a
downtown.
building that's not there, and then you have to walk through the streets. I can't do that.
But here's the thing. It's getting very nice down there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I invest in a bunch of restaurants, and we're opening one down there, and it's going to be very.
Can
very
you
nice.
tell us what it's called yet?
Not yet, because but I have a bunch of other ones. Maybe you've been to
Tell us.
Okay, like what?
Local peasant. We have 2.
No
we have
way.
Woodland Hills. We have Sherman Oaks. We have a black market on right here
Been
in
there.
City
On Ventura.
Road. Yeah.
Been to all these.
We have Scopa down in Venice.
Oh,
in
Scopa's
Washington.
amazing.
She likes that.
Yeah.
I love me some Scopa.
Yeah, we have what are the other ones?
Too many. You can't even remember.
Sycamore
them all.
Tavern. Sycamore Tavern.
I don't know what that is.
That used to be called Happy Ending. Now it's called
Oh,
Sycamore
yeah.
Tavern. I'm from La Brea.
Oh,
and,
they do a
That's
lot
that.
of University of Miami events there.
yes,
been
yeah,
to-
they do
I
a
went
lot
to
of
UM,
yes,
so there we go.
They do
Okay.
a lot of sporting events. That was our first place. Happy Ending was our first place.
Good location.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and one more, because this is a good one, and I need to come back for this one. Do you know what my shirt is made of? Boyfriend material. Oh. Yeah, what do you say to that?
Do you know what? So you say that?
No.
the
he
guy would
says
come.
it.
Hey, you know what my
God,
shirt's
it was
made of?
boyfriend
material.
I didn't realize they sold boyfriend material at Marshalls. I don't know,
Like pick a dumb
cheap
store.
shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Love it.
Poor
oh my
Marshall.
God.
As I'm sitting here wearing a Marshall shirt, I
Hey,
think
listen,
this is
dress.
a Marshall.
That's Ross Dress for Less,
Yeah.
and we are not judging.
No.
Right. Thank you.
Okay, so really quick, tell everyone where they can find you.
Well, you can find my. Actually, I need to update it because I have a bunch more dates coming up. I'm actually off for 3 weeks, which I'm so excited about after 11 weeks on the road.
Nice.
And so Franjola.com has all my dates,
Okay.
which I'm going to be coming to a bunch of cities that I haven't done before. And it's cool. Yeah, I'm doing
Okay.
one-nighters in a lot of places.
Awesome.
In and out.
Sweet. And then
Yeah.
also the Netflix show.
Glow, which is not my no. Let me just say,
But you're on it.
Yeah, I'm
But you're on it,
I'm
so
on it. I
keep
play a
maybe.
sleazy '80s comedian.
Love it.
On it.
Perfect.
And it's about the Gorgeous Ladies Wrestling, which is a real thing. Same lady who made Orange is the New Black, Gingy Cohen. It's her
Yes,
show. It's her
got
new
it.
show.
Okay.
Probably a big hit.
It could. I'm sure it will be.
Awesome.
Okay.
I get paid the same regardless of whether it's a hit or not.
I love it.
Great.
I'm
And
out.
that's all that matters.
Yes.
That really is.
And now you don't have to
truthfully.
worry about those parking tickets.
Right.
Isn't that
Yeah.
great?
At this point.
All right. Well, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you
You
very
made
much
us
for
laugh.
having me.
Now we have good
It's-
comebacks.
So,
We're
feel
armed
free to-
and ready.
Feel free to use those. And if you do use those in a bar, make sure it's a bar, Happy Ending or Black
Yes,
Market.
and we will.
here are
One
the
of your
values.
bars.
Here are the
One of those bars. Okay, and don't forget, you guys, to tune in next week. We have the urban goddess Amanda Young coming in. Follow us on all the socials at Complicated Show.
Yes, and one of the biggest things you can do is tell a friend, rate our show 5 stars, rate us a comment. We'll respond to you. And you can follow me at Jennifer Golden.
Is this
on-
currently live?
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
people listening now, or do you air it another time?
Yeah, it's
No,
live
People
right
actually
now.
listening, or is this like 10 fucking
Yes.
people?
No, all the
Obviously,
people.
and because
How many people are listening?
I don't know.
I don't raise your hand if you're listening.
Because I looked at your Twitter, you got like 89 followers.
No, because it's all through AfterBuzz TV and Instagram
I
and
got
YouTube.
you. Oh, I'll
and-
AfterBuzz TV it then. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all
Okay,
of it.
gotcha.
There
All
you
of the
are.
different platforms, you guys.
All
And
right.
speaking
Yeah.
of platforms, you can follow me at Lauren Leonelli on all of the social medias.
Yes. So we'll see you guys next time.
Yes,
Thank you again
please.
for watching.
Thank
listening.
you. And we
Love you long time.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.